Well, Fox Carolina investigates 3 years after a woman was robbed in Atlanta, and she claims the money that was stolen from her has been held by Greenville Police. Well, she's been fighting for years to get that money back, and Scotty Hunter is following the money as her fight continues.
Tamia Sims-Irby says she's locked in a legal fight she never thought she'd face.
I'm losing in the end because it's like I'm doing all of this, I'm going through all of this for no reason.
She filed a lawsuit back in April, 3 years after she claimed she was beaten and robbed in Atlanta. The men were arrested here in Greenville, and thousands of dollars of her money was then put into lockup at the Greenville Police Department.
Do you feel like you're being victimized again by the police department?
Yes, because it's like, what is y'all issue? Because why won't y'all just give the money back to me?
Fox Carolina legal analyst Grant Varner says if you're watching this, the same thing can happen to you.
Oh, it absolutely could. And it's not just with cash, it's with anything you own. Any kind of high-value item. You could find yourself having to spend money to recover your own property, and that is almost always the case. Now, if it was a vehicle, your insurance may help cover or offset some of the costs, but with smaller personal items or cash, there's no insurance coverage available typically to assist in that process, and it falls on you, the property owner, to bear the expense to recover your property very often.
In fact, it happens so often, Varner says county law enforcement agencies will often host auctions filled with items people either don't want to or can't afford to recover.
I've been in their shoes, and it was maddening to me, but it's unfortunately, it is what it is.
In this case, Sims-Irby says she's tried over and over again to get the money back from the Greenville Police Department with no luck. After several calls and even stopping by the department, she says she was finally told her only option would be to go before a judge and get a court order.
All they're doing is sending me out with a little card, phone numbers on the back. I'm calling. It's hard to reach out. I have to wait days later to get a phone call. Their final solution was file a civil suit. And then when I file a civil suit, then what?
She filed this lawsuit, and the Greenville Police Department had 30 days to file a response in court. So far, the agency has not responded. When Fox Carolina first started asking questions about the money more than a month ago, a spokesperson with the Greenville Police Department said they would not comment on the case because of the active lawsuit.
The city of Greenville is trying to cover their rear end, protect the taxpayers, and unfortunately for Ms. Sims-Irby, she's going to have to take action to recover those funds.
Varner calls the case complex. He says the big problem Sims-Irby might face is to prove the money actually belongs to her.
Cash does have a serial number. Every dollar, every 5, 10, 20, 100 has a serial number, okay? But how many people do you know that write down the serial numbers of something they use daily? No one's tracking those serial numbers, right? And even if you did, there's no real, let's call it a chain of custody to show from the bank to your hand how this money got to you.
Sims-Irby tells me the men pleaded guilty in the case back in 2023, and she thought she would get her money back then. But she's still waiting. And on top of that, the longer she fights this in court, the less money she'll actually get back.
With legal fees and trying to get the court involved, now she's going to be losing out on some of the money that originally she says was stolen from her.
I sympathize with her in that aspect. I do not think it's fair that she is going to be penalized trying to recover her funds, right? And it opens a lot of other, the door to a lot of other questions.
We'll, of course, continue to follow this one and let you know what the judge decides.
All right, Scotty, thanks. And if there's something you think we should investigate, let us know. Send us a tip. Use that email address right there on your screen. Go straight to our investigative team. We'll leave it up for just a little bit so that way you can grab your phone, take a picture, or write it down. It's investigates@foxcarolina.com. Again, let us know what's happening in your area or what you think we should look into. So for more investigations, you can also head to our website, foxcarolina.com. Click on the Investigates tab. But again, send us a tip. Let us know. Investigates@foxcarolina.com.